Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum. Today I'm gonna talk about coronavirus. Let's have a look whether it's a punishment or a mercy from Allah. Because I have heard different people saying that maybe it's a punishment from God, or after seeing the results of coronavirus that we have been stopped from doing many different things like touching, social distancing, keeping a social distance, keeping ourselves clean, keeping the environment clean. So maybe it's kind of a mercy in a disguise. Let's have a look at the hadiths from Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, and let's learn the Islamic point of view. I hope there will be a hope, a ray of hope in you after you will watch this video presentation, because my purpose is not to scare you. I just want to give you the Islamic point of view, and I just want to give a hope to the people so they do not scare, do not panic, and learn from Islam. So Aisha Siddiqa radiallahu ta'ala anha, she asked Prophet Muhammad peace be upon him about the plague, and Prophet Muhammad peace be upon him said that plague was a punishment which Allah used to send on whom He wished, but Allah made it a blessing for the believers. None among the believers remain patient in a land in which plague has broken out, and considers that nothing will befall him except that Allah has ordained for him, but that Allah will grant him a reward similar to that of a martyr. So how this is a punishment? This can be a punishment because some people said that previously China used to make Muslims hostages and were torturing them badly. So maybe because of that reason Allah is angry, and he spread out this disease firstly in China and then in the whole world, to teach the lesson to all those superpowers who were making the weaker people there uh, slaves and were torturing them. So maybe Allah wants to teach them a lesson. So it's up to us, or are we going to learn the lesson? Are we going to improve ourselves or not? Second thing, the punishment. If we look at our actions, that men and women, they do not feel shame in shaking hands, they do not feel shame in getting closer to each other for no reason, and women do not like to cover themselves, and we most of the places you see they are dirty, not clean. So maybe all of the reasons also, this disease has come to teach us that these things what we are doing on a regular basis maybe are not good for us. So we need to ponder and try to change our actions, because from this disease we learn that there are few things which we should not do that are good for us. So I hope we will learn those things. We will learn to keep social distancing. We should learn that we should not shake hands men with women unnecessarily for no reason. If this man is not your mahram, so definitely we should be away from them, and we should keep our surroundings clean. And women, if they think they should learn at this time that covering themselves is in their favor. If you will cover yourself, it is good for you. Recently I visited the hospital, and I found all the medical staff, Muslim, not Muslim, all of them were covered with 2-3 gowns, with the caps, with the masks. So it was, they found it okay to cover themselves, but with the fear of virus, not with the fear of Allah. How nice it would be if we cover ourselves with the fear of Allah. This is enough, I think. If we like to learn and correct ourselves, this time is enough for us to know what Allah wants from us. You see, still Prophet Muhammad said Allah has made it a blessing for a believer. Still Allah love us, and He always make things, even they are in the form of a disease, but He made it a blessing for the believer. Because if we stay in the place where there is plague, we should not move out, and if we stay there, we stay patient, and we keep believe in Allah, and due to the sickness, due to that disease, if somebody will die, They will get the reward of being martyred in the way of Allah. So as a believer, we believe that everything comes from Allah. Death is written. Our life is in the hands of Allah. We should not go to an area where an epidemic has broken out, and we should take necessary preventive measures. So as a believer, we need not to panic, we need not to worry about anything. We should just take care about a few things which are important, and we should learn what mistakes we have been doing, and we need to correct ourselves. So this is going to help us in a long way. And we should not be worried what is going to happen to us next. We should always have firm belief in Allah, and we should, whatever we do, we should do with the fear of Allah, not for the fear of virus, because this virus is temporary, but Allah is forever. And you know, for a believer, there is always a good news that Allah has said already in Quran that وَيُنَزِّلُ مِنَ الْقُرْآنِ مَا هُوَ شِفَاءٌ وَرَحْمَةٌ لِلْمُؤْمِنِينَ. That Allah has sent this Quran, and we have sent down Quran, that which is a healing and a mercy to those who believe. We have a big blessing, Quran, in our life, which is healing for all of us. Okay, so we need not to worry about it. There are many surahs in Quran which we can recite, and we can save ourselves from any disease, any danger, any magic, any negative thing. Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, it was his habit that on the daily basis he used to recite Suratul Nas and Suratul Falaq, and used to cover him, used to blow his breath over his body. And when he was sick, Aisha Siddiqa radiallahu ta'ala anha was used to recite for him, and used to blow on his hands, and he used to rub his body on his own hand for its blessing, with his own hands for its blessing. So we need not to worry. We have the cure, that is Quran, and there is a cure in many other things which Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, has already told us, in honey, in cupping, in black seed. About honey and cupping, Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, said, healing is in three things: a gulp of honey, cupping, and branding with fire. But I forbid my followers to use branding with fire. Okay, if you can take honey every day early in the morning in the lukewarm water, take 1 spoon or 2, and that will be good for you for many health benefits, and you will get Shifa, you will be healed, inshallah. And cupping is also highly recommended through hadith of Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. And about the black seeds, Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, use the black seed as it contains a cure for every type of ailment except death. So if you start consuming black seed, use them in food, you cook them in food, or you can have a pinch of it and drink water over it. You can use it in any way you like, and this will give you many health benefits, and it will save you from all kind of diseases, because Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, until you have even one seed of black seed in your stomach, no disease can harm you. So you shall have this belief. With this belief, if you will take this, inshallah, you will be saved from all kind of diseases. As a Muslim, how should we react to this disease? We should not panic, because now we know a lot from Quran and from Hadith, and we should know that there is no disease which has no cure. This is what Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam said. And as a believer, we should have taqwa, we should be God-fearing. We should know that we are here for Allah, and He is the one who is controlling our lives and our death. So He is the one who sent disease, and if this disease is written for us, nobody can save us. And if He has written cure for us, nobody can damage us. So we should have fear of Allah, and we should trust in Allah's decree. And if any problem happens to you, or you get stuck in the disease, be patient. Do not lose hope. Pray to God, and inshallah things will be good. Will turn out in your favor, and it will be good for you. Because Allah says in the Holy Quran, but perhaps you hate a thing and it is good for you, and perhaps you love a thing and it is bad for you, and Allah knows while you know not. This is a very nice Quranic ayah, and I like it a lot, because there are many things and situations in our life which are which look like not good, but in a long term they are good in our favor. So we should always keep this ayah in our mind for any situation, and especially for this coronavirus. If we look how this coronavirus has helped to control the traffic, to control the crowd, and how the environment and the weather is getting uh, better and cleaner. So, and it's giving us more awareness of how to be clean and how to be well hygiene, and how to take care of hygiene, and to keep social distancing. So these are many good things which we have learned from this disease. But of course, the disease is a disease, and may Allah save all of us from the disease, and nobody should suffer from this. But whatever is written for us, we should have trust in Allah that whatever He has written for us, we will have to face, but with positivity in our mind. In the end, I would like to say that you should take care of yourselves. Do not just leave it as it is a disease, but we have to take care of ourselves, and we have to have belief in Allah. We have to try to keep our surroundings clean and do all the things which are told to us by our government that are for our security. For and it's good to spread, and it's good to stop the spread of the disease. We should try to self-isolate ourselves, maintain the social distancing, no handshakes, because handshake is not obligatory in Islam. Just saying Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah is enough. And keep yourselves clean. Always wash your hands and your food, anything you eat, and try to cover your face when you are sneezing or coughing. That would be enough, because if you wear mask is okay, but mostly doctors are not encouraging to use mask because they are not that helpful. But if you want, you can wear. But mainly if you are suffering from flu or you have cough or cold, you should better cover your face. Otherwise it's okay, you can move freely, but try to take care of your hygiene. And I hope you have enjoyed today's video. Thank you very much for being with me, and do not forget to subscribe to my channel. Thank you very much for watching. Assalamu alaikum warahmatullah.